And welcome back to the Dice Jailers continuing campaign. Twitch.tv/Dice Jailers, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Friday. I am your Dungeon Master, Bjorn Anders. And everyone, let's have a silly noise break.
What?
That was for Jordan's benefit. Jordan, do we have any announcements?
Nothing. Nothing all that brand new yet. There's still the always encouragement of going to watch our friends over at the No Latency podcast, as well as our friends at Save the D8, as well as listening to our friends over at the Ugly Radio. Because there are announcements eventually that are coming. I just can't say them yet.
You and me both.
Which is great.
You and me both.
I love it. I love it so much. But yeah, we don't have
Is
any...
Anti-Heroes Anonymous still going?
Yes, Anti-Heroes Anonymous is still going. They're actually really... they're about to crest a very exciting story arc, actually.
Oh, I'm way behind on their show.
Oh, you gotta catch up because it's good.
Cool.
But yeah.
Love you guys.
All of our only show announcements at this time are also watch our friends. So that brings us to the Jamie announcement.
As you can see, 2 spaces that way, I believe, past Jordan Nathan, right over there, is a little sign for our Ko-fi. Ko-fi.com/Dice Jailers. And I don't know why I'm telling you when you can read it. But as always, sorry, Bjorn's doing Brady Bunch stuff and it's distracting me.
Yeah, it's beneath my thing, so I'm helping.
Okay. Can you be a little showcase showdown model? Bum, 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 bum. Oh, this is much better. We're doing this every time.
I mean... Gods.
Yep. As you can see, we are a well-oiled machine and very professional. And you probably want to give us, you probably want to give us actual human monies so that we can continue with this nonsense. The way to do so, should you be curious, is Bjorn, can you please show them the location again? Right there.
Oil can.
Hey, come on, we're pretending to be professional.
That's such a big ask with this group, Jamie.
You know, I think we should have a poll at some point for people who don't know us. Half of us are professional actors and half of us are not. And I don't think you would guess, honestly, which is which.
Not a fucking chance.
I'd be very curious. Yeah.
Some of us always lie and some of us always tell the truth.
Exactly.
Ask the right question.
That part's a lie. I tell the truth.
Uh-huh.
Which door would your partner tell me to go through?
Anyway.
The door that leads you to supporting us through our Ko-fi.
Over there. Thank you, Casey. We brought it back or Jordan, we brought it back together. We're going to end on this note of almost professionalism. And thank you very much for your time and money, please.
The only other part of this train wreck to share with you is a reminder: the music you will hear during this comes from Sirenscape. Sirenscape is awesome. One of the best ways to add a little ambiance to your campaign. We record this through Discord, and you can create a handy dandy little Discord bot like we did to play the Sirenscape right through there. Sirenscape.com. Totally free. Check it out. They are awesome, and we love them. Check them out. Do it.
Do it now.
Okay. All of that aside now, you wonderful, delightful chuckle fucks who are near and dear to my heart, you are in the capital city of the Thanamirian Empire, Nova Aurora. You had just gone to see a play at the theater there. You saw Wilhelm Rattlepike's newest offering, Ronso and Jovial, a heartbreaking tragedy that moved Mannix completely to tears, the most emotion any of you had ever seen from him. So while he's kind of a dick to everybody, he clearly enjoys the arts, which fun aspect of his character. Because you had encountered Castian Oloro there, and he had attempted to cast a spell on Mannix to gain entrance to the private box, which Mannix counterspelled, preventing the suggestion from taking place. Sordol broke away from your group right as the play ended to intercept Castian and inform him, because this spell was cast in a public place in an aggressive way against a noble, there'd be a lot of paperwork to figure out. And he was basically going to bury him in bureaucracy to help give you guys a little bit of subterfuge. Garnet cut out first because during intermission, she had gone to find this woman that she had basically spied as possibly being an easy mark. And sure enough, she was. Garnet stole the key to her personal locker where her effects and any weaponry was stored, and then mentioned that she was having a bit of a tummy ache and needed to leave early intermission. Got access to everything in there, getting a nice little bag of platinum, as well as a beautiful dagger. And I have notes on what that is if you guys decide to find out. Pardon me. Garnet snuck back into the theater under the cloak of a much taller person, still during intermission. And then after slipping out, the rest of you caught up with her, as Halia suggested, sort of taking a back way home, avoiding the crowd, just in case there were any of Castian's compatriots waiting. Not far down the alleyway, you heard the voice of the Genasi Erebus Tide calling out to you, the one who had pulled Siobhan aside for a drink and a conversation before the show. He wished to accompany you all, and Reba did her absolute best to try and wingman in this moment to build up Siobhan in the eyes of Erebus. A local guard stopped you all, and as a brief conversation ensued, this guard and 3 of their allies attacked you all, and a very, very tense battle ensued. Both Garnet and Mannix being knocked unconscious during the battle, and all of you, with the assistance of Halia and Erebus, pulled out a victory. As you all catch your breath, Halia had said to Erebus he was coming with them, and Reba pointed out that it might not be best to wait around for the authorities to show up, as she did not want to know what these authorities had to say. So that is where we pick up, as you are here on this alley, handful of blocks away from the theater, these foes sprawled out around you, and you can hear some commotions about. And Kira, you hear in your mind the voice of Sordol saying, "Be careful. Castian and I were attacked by members of the Upright. We've dispatched them, and I worry there may be more. Heading back to make him deal with paperwork. Be safe."
And I'll reply, so did we, and also so did we. Heading back to home where it's safe, but yeah, everything's fine except we're all a lot hurt. Everyone's fine though.
Halia is going to look over at you, Reba. I think that getting a move on idea is really good. She points at Erebus. Somebody keep an eye on him. Shall we? And she's going to head off.
We shall. I follow.
Well, Lord
How
Sol,
badly
we
is-
must get you back safely. Yeah, you
That's
thought I
what
forgot the voice?
You're Forgot to mention
Milford.
you're Milford Winley right now, who Mannix has not
Rockin'.
clocked that this is Kira in disguise. Garnet had convinced Mannix that this was the person that they agreed to have take over for Kira for a while. All the rest of you know that it's Kira. It's just Mannix thinks this is Bilford. And to try and keep a bit of a low profile and not be noticed by anyone who may be looking for wounded or anyone suspicious, can I get around to stealth checks from everyone?
Oh God.
Okay.
Great, my favorite.
Oh no.
This character's not great at that.
None of them are except
I was like, oh no, that's not stealth. That's sleight of hand. That's the exact same.
Cool. Cool and fine. Fine and cool.
Oh God. Well,
All right, what all we get?
9.
9. I see a 5 up there. Okay.
Oh no. Why did that
Nope.
make my 13 look
27. I'm
good?
happy to add a D8 if I need to.
27
Yeah,
is definitely a success. Hey, Reba,
Well-
what'd you get?
How is a 6?
Holy shit.
How did I do comparatively well with a 13?
13? I mean, Halia and Erebus both did good, so this is going to kind of hinge on you, Pohaku.
No, mine was a 9.
Oh, did. You got a 1 feet there, Nathan?
Oh my god.
yeah, that's a critical failure.
Yeah, I
Oh
mean,
my
I'm
God.
good at this, but my dice have decided otherwise.
Well, it
Let's see here.
was good knowing you all. I'm going to start with my next character.
So
All right.
you all are heading away from where this fight happened, and you end up hearing a series of voices behind you, members of the census and also just of the city guard and watch, as looking over what happened here. I saw some arcane blasts coming. I knew there was some sort of mayhem. You hear those voices kind of fading, and then from sort of a alleyway just off to your right, you can see a form coming out of it, and you hear a voice, one that you recognize, Kira, this being a member of Tyree's old crew, so a member of Castian's crew, the white-scaled dragonborn Erdruxa. Hold! What's going on? What happened? He says this to you all. Do you all attempt to keep running?
I turn to look at Halia or Maddox or anybody who has any sort of authority here. I'm not answering this fucker.
I'm not saying a word.
Okay.
What do you need?
Here's my question. Are you all stopping, or are you all attempting to continue to run?
I'm firmly in the camp of continue running, but that's me.
I'm going to
I would like to slink into the shadows away from the rest of these fools.
Garnet, you can give me a stealth check. This would be at disadvantage just because this is someone looking very directly upon where you all are.
Okay. 26.
Oh well.
26. Okay. You feel pretty good about your ability to kind of slink off into the shadows. The rest of you, since you're not stopping.
Hold on, who's the most hurt, please?
I mean,
I'm asking you a question, Bjorn.
I'm not looking at all your character sheets. I can take a moment to do
Oh,
that.
Okay,
though.
so okay.
Mannix ain't doing great.
There were a few of you that, only just got rezzed from the brink of death.
I also
Yeah,
spent
that's
most of
a
the
better
last
question
battle
for all
just
your
like
allies.
hanging out on the ground.
Okay, in that case, because Siobhan gets uncomfortable with this very long silence, she's going to go up to Mannix, like in his head, say, "Please play along, and I beg your pardon in advance." Kind of ducks underneath his arm, so like she's holding him up and going, what's happening is Lord Manic's soul was just attacked by a bunch of ruffians back that way. As you can see, he's bleeding the feck out, and we're getting him home. Now, if you'll excuse us.
Make a deception check.
Can I assist with that?
What are you doing to assist?
Bleeding.
I mean, you can. I mean, I'll say you can say something to assist, or you can try and perform to try. Like, let me know how you're trying to assist, and I'll let you know how this affects the roll.
I am selling the ever-loving hell out of having recently been assaulted.
Okay, so since you're physically doing that, this remains Siobhan's deception check, and it cannot shift over to you. But Siobhan, you can make it at advantage.
Okay, big fuck. That's a nat 20 for 19.
Ooh.
For 19.
I keep forgetting about charismatic character this time.
Yeah, this is not the.
It's not Trixie.
No,
Not my level 20 bard.
And you're dealing with somebody who does not have a highest insight. So and he had his hand up. His hand wasn't pointed at you all in a threatening way. He was very clearly about to cast a spell. It didn't look like an offensive spell. And goodness. Well, in that case, yes, by all means, we can gather reports later, and he'll.
I'm still walking. Like
yeah.
I just
Please get Lord Soul to safely as quickly as possible, and he'll turn. Kira. Oh goodness, he sounds terrible.
What? I'm in disguise.
You're right. I keep forgetting. Or hang on. Nope, he doesn't clock your disguise.
Hey, fuck.
I allowed him to roll against it because he knows you. Jordan, will you wear a fake mustache for me when you're in disguise? Because I forget these things.
Do I have my fake mustache?
Okay, I mean, you don't actually have. Okay, like actually, he knows who Halia is, and he'll just look to her.
Yes.
I guess, Halia, I may send some people by the tavern in a bit to collect some statements, or if you know where folks are, but please get everyone to safety. Get everyone indoors quickly, and we'll gather statements later. Get Lord Soul home, please. And he'll head back off towards where the fight actually happened.
And without saying a word, just.
You can take it. You can take your own weight back, you fecker. I'm assuming he's just like completely dead-assed on me, so I am having to actually lift him now. It's like, all right, yes, you did good job selling it. You can walk under your own power now.
Mannix, are you currently dead-assing Siobhan?
Do I have to? Fine.
It's like I'll throw you over my shoulder if you want.
No, well, that's sort of. No, that's fine. I'll walk on my own. I appreciate the effort. Thank you kindly. Do I really walk? No, I'll walk.
And then Garnet, I assume you're kind of keeping up with everybody, but over in the shadows. So you all, having gotten away from that interaction, Halia takes you around a back alley to reach the rear entrance of the tavern, and she opens up a door to the cellar, bringing you all down underneath. And once everyone is in, she latches it behind her, and immediately she walks up and she presses her forearm right along the collar of Erebus, pressing him up against the wall and having a finger right up in his face. So, it's been a minute since we've seen each other. Thinking that you could just, I don't know, get involved in denizen business, and then, I'm not going to return any correspondence. I'm not going to get involved in anything. You know an awful fucking lot for somebody who all of a sudden just disappeared on us. Well, I'm starting to wonder if I bought the wrong individual a drink. Hello.
You didn't run into me on accident, so
Why? What makes you think such a thing?
well, I'm not stupid. I could tell you ran into me on purpose, and then you immediately upon hearing I was you're trying to kiss up way too hard. You heard I was a smith and immediately were like, "Oh, I'll commission you." You're like, "You don't know I do anything but work the bellows." And furthermore, you said that I was delightful to meet, which I'm not. So, yeah, highly suspicious.
Oh dear.
You asked for this, Bjorn.
If you don't have inspiration, you can give yourself inspiration.
Is that a licorice fruit roll-up?
Nope, that is part of a black face mask that was on my desk that I was able to cut up real quick.
Oh my god. I like how the one part of it keeps going up.
Yep.
You're dying. Look at his face.
Sometimes you kill your DM.
Oh God. Oh. Yeah, you absolutely have inspiration now. If you didn't have it, I'm gonna think of some sort of reward for this. This makes me so happy. I'm gonna create you a magic item. I'm gonna create you one for
The
this.
only reward I need is that the disguise worked.
Oh God. Oh, I think oh God, I think I just herniated myself. That was so good. Anyhow, meanwhile, back at the ranch, Erebus looking, his gaze going back and forth from Halia to Siobhan. Oh dear. Well, suppose deception has never been my strong suit. I may have had an inkling of who it was you were, and may have been aware of where it was you worked, and, well, knowing someone who would most appreciate a commission from such a fabulous name, and also being aware of some of your other talents, well, I took great interest in all of you. Halia takes her forearm off his collarbone. She puts her finger back in his face. The only reason I'm not still holding you against that wall is because I was kind of getting tired. And
Oh,
I take her place.
no goodness.
how'd you know who you were?
Well, I did not tell you a falsehood in letting you know that I had been to the Harvest Festival. I just may not have been forthcoming about all the years I have been present. I was there this year. And the events of the Harvest Festival were quite unique in that a group of individuals took down an undead manticore. If I am not mistaken, which I believe that I am not, that was you all, correct?
Bilford wasn't there.
That is true, I was not there.
No, I haven't seen you before. Yeah, he failed his insight check big time. He's also fooled by the disguise. That's true. You had a different individual with you. But
Same height, though? Similar coloring? That's weird.
yes, I've noticed there are some
No, I did not say
similarities,
that. Did not say that.
Okay,
That was my Jamie voice.
fair. Okay, continuing. So I took interest, and I was pleasantly surprised to see you all here in the capital. And when the slayer of the manticore, who also just so happens to work for one of the most renowned smiths in the continent, steps into the lobby of the theater, you don't be too shy to say hello.
Why did you lie? You could have said,
I was afraid I would come off a bit stalkerish if I had been like, "Oh, I'm quite familiar with you. Your family's work, not family, ex-cardinat. Your employer's work, as well as, oh, I know that you took down this massive nasty beastie there at the Harvest Festival, and oh, here I am, nobility of the Thanamirian Empire. How do you do? I
And you think that
there is
this is working better?
No, this is certainly not working better. There is just a certain way of things, a certain order and decorum. You don't put all your cards on the table all at once. And he looks over at Mannix. Surely you understand, Lord Soul, that you don't reveal everything about yourself all at once. It's not something I would expect individuals from the assemblage to understand.
Why would one ever do such a thing? It's barely do you tell them enough, let alone too much.
Thank you.
Erebus, what about what Halia was saying there? About the denizens and disappearing and...
Ah, yes. That is accurate. I did some work with them some years back, and there were issues I had to take care of within my own household that took precedence, and there are those within my estate that I have no wish to have them even remotely mixed up in all of this. As important as I believe their work is, me and mine come first.
How much of his specific word choice does Kira think is him being cagey instead of him lying?
Make an insight check.
That is a dirty 20.
You think it's the former, being...
Okay.
He's choosing his words carefully, but you're not sensing any dishonesty in them. But you definitely feel like he's... With a dirty 20, you feel like he's hiding something or someone, but of a more in a protective way than in a deceptive way. That it's someone that he doesn't want too many details of them to be aware of.
Gotcha. Okay. I keep that to myself.
well, I'm afraid this is all a bit vague. Why don't you explain it slowly so that an individual from the assemblage can understand ye?
My dear, what is it specifically you would like me to explain?
Why you feckin' lied?
Because, as Lord Soul pointed out, you don't always put all your cards on the table from start. It's just not the way of things.
Yeah, you're right. Hard for me to understand being, honest, straightforward.
Well, now that the table has flipped and is on top of you, I suggest you show your cards. As I'm pressing a little harder into his throat.
Make an intimidation check.
That is, whoo, buddy. Someone that's good at math. 19 plus 7, 26.
26. Okay. You, Bilford, and only you, will hear this as he is going to... Let me make sure he can do that. I'm pretty sure he can. Yep. Gonna spend a sorcery point. And still have 3rd level spell slots. He is going to cast Sending, since now that's no verbal or somatic components. You're just going to hear his voice in your mind, Bilford. I have great interest in this group of adventurers, and within my home, there is someone I wish to protect. I keep vagueness out of nothing but sheer necessity.
And I will, staring just straight back. Well, there it goes. Well, so much for that bit.
It was great while it lasted.
It's been you this whole time.
Sometimes you got to eat a fruit roll up.
Wait, Jordan, where did you come from?
Staring straight back into his eyes, I'll say out loud rather than back. Ah, so you're just a bitch, and I stand back.
How rude.
Mannix pops up. Very rude is how rude that was. Very.
Lord Saul, I'm very glad you at least understand my methods and reasons.
Understand? Certainly. Agree with?
Lord Saul, have you ever had anything or anyone that you would do absolutely anything to care for and protect?
Of course, you've met me.
I suppose then perhaps there are certain levels of which you can truly understand my meanings.
Possibly. I fear that you may underestimate how much I really like myself.
Of that, I think I am becoming increasingly aware. And he's going to just look to you, Siobhan. Please understand, I meant no unkindness through any amount of vagueness or slight inaccuracy of my tales of travel.
Right, so what is it that you want then?
Well, honestly, I was hoping to get to know you better and also put in an order for that commission. That was completely honest.
Right. So I turn to Reba and be like, should we start with the healing, or are you able right now?
I got some 1st level healing slots open.
Erebus is going to reach into a side pouch. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Can you just remind me, how is Erebus looking right now? Like, how wounded is he?
He looks pretty rough. Like he's bloodied. He got hurt pretty bad during that fight. Like he's got like a visible cut under his eye. He's wounded in ways that just kind of make him look more ruggedly handsome.
Obviously,
like,
yeah. I was
went
saying
from
right
looking
along the
like just
cheekbone. Yeah.
dapper and posh and handsome, and now he looks ruggedly handsome. Like so just dirt on one cheek. Hair is now kind of like slightly tousled, but in a way that looks like he might have kind of gelled it. A couple of his shirt buttons popped open, and you can just sort of see the muscles of his pecs underneath. Like he's very, very fit, but
Reba casts Cure Wounds on him, and she gets a 12 points of healing.
And you cast it on who?
Erebus.
Oh. Alrighty.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll just do some light prestidigitation on him to kind of clean him up a little bit as well if he's at all bloodied from the fight.
And he should say he's casting prestidigitation on anybody who will, allow him to. And he reaches into his side pouch, and he produces 4 regular potions of healing. He's like, for anybody who would like one, you all. Well, if I had not been traveling with all of you and I had run into those miscreants, I imagine I would not be here. Perhaps they were after you. Perhaps it was just wrong place, wrong time. But it's the least I can offer for thanks.
I'd
anybody
take
who
one
wants-
of those.
Okay. So that's 2d4 plus 2 healing.
Awesome.
Anybody who wants one.
Well,
I'm
Haku
just gonna
grabs one
pocket
before
it for
he's.
later.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I grab one before he even finishes speaking.
Nice. All right, and so there's one left, and he's just going to extend it your direction, Siobhan.
I just turn my back on him and walk away.
I grab it, and I tell him, "Hey, you were in just as much danger as we were there. You held your own quite well."
I did what I could. I don't like to stand idly by if individuals are suddenly attacked. I have no idea what that mess was, and I'd be almost afraid to find out.
Yes, it is truly a mystery, and I'm going to walk and catch up with Siobhan.
Yeah, you guys are like in this cellar of the bar. Like Holly hasn't led you all up yet, but there are various like areas of it. So if you wanted to go somewhere here and have like a little bit of privacy, you easily could, because it's a good sized bar, and the cellar is like the size, like it takes the entire floor plan of the building itself.
Are there
Holly
easy
is-
snacks to grab here?
Snacks? Oh yes, yeah. There's various stuff around. Like you can find various nuts, some pretzels around, dried meat. It's a handful of fruit as well.
Garnet's gonna start placing it out and trying to get everybody to just sit down and start actually like resting.
Holly is, getting to look at Erebus. You are absolutely not going anywhere until we sort out a few more words. Not letting you out of my sight yet. Okay, fair enough.
So what are we gonna do when they come and ask for all of our statements?
I don't think we could be here.
Do we have another place to go?
Say, Kira, you would know that as far as how long this usually takes, it'll probably, with something this significant, especially knowing that Sordol and Castian were attacked as well, and that you already know that Sordol's planning to keep Castian wrapped up in paperwork. You think it'll take at least a full day, maybe 2, before anyone will have the time to get here, because they've got a lot to clear up. And even where you guys are, you can now sort of hear, just even from the cellar, you could hear bustling in the streets. You could hear that there's a little bit of commotion up in the main floor of the bar as well. Just people kind of talking about this. People are definitely on edge. This is going to be they're going to have to calm the populace a bit before they start really gathering statements in detail. So you think you've got a little time before you absolutely have to fuck off.
We most likely have till tomorrow.
And Holly's like, oh shit, that means we can still go to the game.
Is
What
that
do
a
we-
good idea?
Or maybe that's a bad
Does
idea.
it? I don't know that we should go sit in the soul box again.
Yeah, I
and
know
they'll
that
know
seems like
exactly where
That's
we
a
are.
good point.
It's just
I
a
was just
single
excited.
tier.
It's fine. It's fine. You know what? It's fine. I can get arcane projection in here. We can watch it at the bar. It'll be fun. I've got some stuff I can cook up for it. It'll be great. I'll make a special menu. Don't worry. We'll enjoy it. We'll enjoy it.
It's all right. Everything
All
is
of
fine.
you, so all of you, because you are wearing the clothes you got from Tim Gunn. where any of them took damage in the battle. By this point, you have noticed that the fibers have very slowly started to weave themselves back together. Mannix, you're familiar with this, that unique garments have a lifetime guarantee on them. And this enchantment lasts for the lifetime of Tim. So he puts these on all garments he creates, so that if they take minor damage, like you couldn't completely destroy it, it wouldn't like T1000 itself back together, but some of these cuts and whatnot, yeah, you see the threads are just stitching themselves right back together. Meanwhile, Erebus is sitting over there. He's casting mending on his clothes to fix them.
With the times that we have, maybe it's not a bad idea to rest before we plan.
I'm sorry, who are you again?
Erebus, close your eyes.
Do what now?
Who's Airbus?
You do not get to see what is about to happen.
Oh goodness, if you're taking your pants off, I don't want to watch.
Oh, if
Nor
I
do
wasn't
I.
if I wasn't so tired, I would hit you. And I start to take off the disguise once Erebus isn't looking.
Oh dear God! His face is falling apart!
You were there when we made this.
Do you think I was paying attention? Have you... Well, clearly you've just met me. You think that I pay attention to the tiniest of details, like a man putting a new face together.
I start to take off the entire costume.
Now, why the hell would you do all of that?
Because if I go out in this street, Castian can find me.
You can stop talking in that ridiculous accent.
No, because I'm not letting him hear my real voice.
I whisper over towards the artist at one point known as Kira, and I just I don't know how things work in the big city, but I think he probably knows.
Well, now, of course he can know it's a disguise, but he does not need to know who is under the disguise.
Okay.
And Erebus can obviously hear you, but he still doesn't look. He's not watching, and he will say, "I completely understand the desire for discretion. I have the utmost understanding and respect for this."
I start to put the disguise back on.
Siobhan in Reba's head is like, oh, he knows about being dishonest. Who'd have guessed? Who could have foretold?
Who doesn't know about being dishonest? That's just a life skill at this point.
I mean, he did kind of save us all when we were fighting. I mean, he was
give him a
part of
chance.
that.
Maybe he's dishonest for the right reasons.
This was
I didn't
in
see any of that. I was unconscious.
telepathically. None of you could hear this except for Reba.
I say give him a chance.
When Reba, Siobhan, if there's a way to psychically scoff in another person's head, she does that, and then because she's
You're
not
Kalishtar, you absolutely can psychically scoff.
and then because she's not getting the sympathy she wants, she's going to instead message Garnet and be like, I feel stupid, but my fucking feelings are hurt.
You just get the telepathic equivalent of like a pat and rub on the back. I get it.
Thank you.
It's kind of attractive.
What was that?
He's kind of attractive.
He's damn dead sexy.
It's confusing, isn't it?
He looks somehow better once he got beat to shit. It's not right. Is there, this is a DM question, is there like a basin or something down there that I can be using to like wash up a little bit?
Yeah, there are a couple sinks down here that you can go get a little running water, clean up a bit. There's a mirror.
Yeah, I'm very, very glad to, or Siobhan is very, very glad to see that the dress is knitting itself back together, because she was pretty upset that it got destroyed, but I think it still has blood on it. It's just trying to clean itself up.
Say a lot of that's probably been prestidigitationed off by now by the various spellcasters who've been using that to clean stuff. So like the dress is looking pretty good. You still look a little beat up, but the dress looks pretty good. It's got a couple spots where it needs to stitch itself back together. Part of the neckline got stretched out a little bit just from the, like when you were fighting to pull that glaive away from the blackguard. But you can even see how the neckline is also fixing itself as well.
Yeah. My fancy formal dress was not made for, battling in the street. That's weird.
Weird. Just strange.
Come on, Tim.
Now you are aware, Mannix, that Tim does make a line of fashion for combat. So if that was something that you were needing at some point, everything it has a price in fashion. Everything.
I will share this information, particularly with Siobhan, knowing that she's a little bit distraught is too strong a word, but peeved that her nice gown was torn asunder in places.
He told me he made it out of I can't remember what shit. It was some sort of woven iron.
Yeah. I don't have the name of the fabric in front of me now, but yes, magical woven iron from the Fey realm.
It didn't give so much protection as I would have hoped. But... And that reminds me, and I go to that reminds her, and she goes to the bag of holding to get her glaive out.
And as you do that, Pohaku, as he's hearing you talk about this, offers you the studded leather armor. I've never seen you wear armor before, but you're welcome to this.
She wears a I am not at the level where I can be armorless. She wears
okay.
She normally wears a scale mail.
Oh. Okay.
Yep.
So I should let you know, although apparently that man has so many secrets, I don't want to give him more, but my mentor and the one he was distracting also were attacked by the same folks. It seems almost simultaneous. So that is a thing that you now know. Ignoring Mannix for a moment.
Oh, don't worry, we do that anyway.
No, technically, he is back here in Nova, so my assignment is over.
Do we think it's safe to leave the cellar at this point?
Halia is gonna look to you. I mean, yeah, if we head up, it'll just take us all into the back of the kitchen, and it's not terribly bizarre for me to bring folks in through the cellar and up through there. If they're guests of mine, nobody's gonna look at you too weird. I'd say just get cleaned up a little bit. Make sure you get the blood off your faces. Maybe go up into the bar proper, have some food and drink, and I can give you a place to stay tonight, so you can at least sleep some of it off. But yeah, should be good. I mean, I figure being here is the safer place than most.
What time of day is it?
It's well into the evening now, so it's probably around you spent some time down here in the cellar. It's probably around like 10:45, 11 o'clock at night. You guys got out of the play, walked back here, and now so it's just it's good drinking hours right now. It's throwing back.
Garnet would like to go up once she's cleaned up and, find a seat at the bar, but kind of weave through tables and stuff and just listen, knowing that the mentor and we got attacked. Is there any other chatter about other attacks or things like that?
Make a perception check. This is more like a perception to like pick out individual sentences amongst all the cacophony.
That one. Or one.
Well,
Your head is still ringing a bit from the combat. Like you were unconscious for a bit of it. So it hasn't been that long. So yeah, you're just having a hard time picking out individual words. You can tell that shit definitely happened. You don't know if these two incidents are the only ones, yours and Sordol's, or if there were also more. You do definitely hear a couple people talking about, apparently there is a great price on fish right now down at the market, which is actually really remarkable considering you're a flying city. It's hard to get, good seafood up here and have it still be nice and fresh. So that's one of those things we're like, wow, that's mighty interesting.
I'll make sure to tell Talia.
What's that, Jamie?
What about flying fish?
Really hard to catch. Really hard to catch.
I'm sorry, I've lived here too long.
I knew it was gonna happen. I mean, Kira's just gonna focus on resting and recovering.
Seconded.
And
Mannix needs a nap.
Yeah. And Halia will, see you all up, one by one as you all wish to go. She's keeping Erebus there until everybody's filed out, unless anybody insists on staying.
I am gonna leave Umbani.
He will try and catch your eye briefly, Siobhan, as you're passing. It's up to you if you even respond or not.
What does he do exactly?
He just kind of it just extends his hand, palm up, towards you.
Look at his hand and look at him and fold my arms.
I would like to sincerely apologize for any offense I caused.
Which part? The part where you pretended to be interested in me, or the part where you insulted all the people of the assemblage? Just so I'm clear.
Oh, well, addressing the second one first, don't believe I insulted anyone of the assemblage, just merely saying I...
Oh, just me then, just me, because it was something a citizen of the assemblage wouldn't understand.
Would not understand the ways and procedures of nobility of the Thanamirian Empire. We behave in different ways, do we not?
I mean, you're an oppressive naughty fox, so yeah.
I suppose I at least somewhat deserved that. As far as the other, if I had no interest in your company, I could have spoken to any of your other compatriots. So I please hope you do not think that was complete dishonesty as well.
She does, so insight check.
You mean insight check?
17.
Checks out. Believe what he says. Seems like he's being honest about that.
Right, well, I'm gonna go get cleaned up. And he just turns and leaves.
And as you're going to leave, you can just kind of hear as you're getting out of earshot. Umbani hears all this, where it sounds like he's about to turn and leave as well. And Halia, oh, you're not going anywhere quite yet. She goes, listen, I understand what you're dealing with, what you're going through. And while I have the utmost respect for that, I also have to have the utmost respect for the denizens and what we go through. Because here's the fucking thing, Lord Tide. We risk ourselves every time we do anything because we get caught, we're on our own. Because the entire organization disavows knowledge of us. Because they have to. Because that's how we stay on the edge of the shadows. And I get you need to slink back to your estate to make sure everything's okay, to protect you and yours, as you put it. I get that. But don't think for a minute I'm going to completely let you off the hook. When we need quality people, and we can't be relying on them and then have them not be there. So listen, take care of yourself, take care of Celeste, and then when everything is where you need it to be, we need you back, especially because I've seen what you can do in combat now. So, don't be surprised if higher ranking members of the denizens are all of a sudden sending little messages in that lovely little head of yours, wondering, when are you coming back? When are you coming back? And I know your mind is strong, but you can't resist those mental notions forever. Now get the fuck out of my bar. Right, indeed. I suppose I should go back the way I came. Yeah, I'd suggest that. Back out the back of the fucking cellar. I don't need you walking through my tavern right now. You've already upset a friend of mine. You can go. And Ubani will watch as he will awkwardly go back up the very steep ladder that goes to the cellar, and he'll leave out that way.
You mean down?
No, so the cellar is like he has to go up the ladder to get to the barn doors, essentially, that gets him back out to the ground level. So, what are all the rest of you doing?
Having some food and going to bed.
And there's no charge for food or drink tonight. Holly has got that covered for you all without question. Anybody doing anything or checking in with anyone before sleepy time? Go ahead, Garnet.
Yeah, I'm assuming Pohaku is going to find. Are you gonna actually stay in a room, or are you try the roof again?
Unless somebody tells me otherwise, I would probably be looking for. Well, actually, no. Hold on. Kira has told me to try to blend and keep a low profile. I will stay in.
Okay.
I will take a room.
Garnet will go to Pohaku with the bag of holding there, and keep that dagger in the bag of holding for a couple days, so that in case anyone's trying to find it for a while, things kind of lay low. But yeah, just be careful with that. I'm really curious on it, but I'm also really worried about pulling it out of the bag right now.
Why would anyone come looking for your dagger?
Exactly, Pohaku. Good job. You got this. Um, as far as the platinum that we found, I know spells are really expensive for you. So go ahead and use that to learn what you need to help us be more powerful.
I kind of take a step back and kind of blink my eyes a couple of times, and then I give you a big hug. You're gonna be the most well. You're already kind of the most powerful, but I won't let you down.
I know, Pohaku. Thank you. That
And you've
does
also
remind
just
me.
helped me make a decision about something I was considering tonight, and now I'm absolutely have made that decision.
You're welcome. uh, Garnet would also like to find Talia, probably after the bar is closed, maybe like help her clean up or whatever, and ask her if she knows a good fence.
Anybody else do anything before we get that? Because we'll put that at the end of the evening.
Yes.
What's Pohaku doing?
So couple things now, because you just made that decision for me. So two things. I would like to just throughout the course of dining and whatnot, I am going to take a short rest if that's all right.
Absolutely. Yeah. Anybody who wants to take a short rest as part of just like relaxing, eating dinner, drinking, short rest, you definitely got that.
Cool. At some point when I do have a little bit of privacy, I will cast sending to Erebus.
Okay.
And it's just going to say, they're my friends. Your actions spoke loudly to me. Thank you for your assistance in the fight. You seem very capable. And that's it.
And it takes a moment before you get a response. And you've used sending enough times now to kind of have the wherewithal to know that sometimes people have to think about their words before responding. That is most kind of you. You as well were incredible. Your friends seem beyond compare, and I'm glad for what help I gave.
And I say just lowly to myself, not casting another sending spell, but I just kind of say under my breath, yeah, I am pretty good. The other thing that I'm going to do, and so this is the part that I was deciding, do I sleep or do I not? And you have just helped me make that decision. I am burning midnight oil tonight. I will be transcribing a spell that is going to take me 8 hours. I will not be taking a long rest tonight.
Okay. May I ask what spell you're transcribing? Just out of curiosity.
I am getting polymorph.
This will give you a level of exhaustion.
It will, yes.
Okay. So,
but yeah, that you made. I was debating, and you made that choice for me. So thank you.
It's a good spell. It's a good spell. So, yeah, it's all right. Level of exhaustion. You got plenty of spell slots, I'm sure.
I got a few.
It's fine.
One less after casting, because I have to use all of my third level spells for sending to, for flavor.
Yep.
Of course. Anything else for Pohaku, or is that's his?
That is it. I'll be using the short rest to gain some hit points back. I'll spend some hit dice, and then also using the what's it called? The feature where I can arcane recovery.
Yeah.
I'm gonna regain that 4th level spell slot.
Yes, as you should. Arcane recovery is a good thing. Siobhan, do me a favor, please. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Shit. This
Can I help
is
her anyway, or do I not know what's going on?
dirty
Saving
20.
throws. There's no way to help with those.
Okay.
What'd you get there, Siobhan?
Dirty 20.
Thank you. What's Siobhan doing this evening?
Uh, nothing, getting cleaned up, and it takes her much longer than usual to wash her face and stuff because she doesn't normally wear makeup, and then going to bed.
Okay.
She might hang out and talk with Hana, but she can just do that in her head.
Sure. Makes sense to me. Reba, anything you're doing this evening?
I don't think so. I think Reba just wants a good meal and good sleep.
And good meal you absolutely have. Now that Bilford is gone, is Kira and or Mannix or either of you two doing anything?
Mannix is going to be spending a fair amount of time chastising Kira for his choice of disguise. Anything he can do to just get after him for all of it.
Yeah, and I think for
Love
the
it.
first time, Mannix, you would notice that rather than the like playing along with it, dealing with Mannix, Kira truly just blanks and does not care. And is just truly like showing no deference, not paying attention, not caring at all, while Mannix is just there in his ear. Because Kira's, I mean, he said it offhandedly earlier, but it is true that my assignment's done. I'm not Mannix's bodyguard anymore, so I truly can just take a break. And so Kira just gets into, like, with Mannix chastising him, Kira just takes off the entire costume and just is in a room just happy to be himself.
Very nice. Yeah, and you're really finding just kind of how freeing this this is, where you're your own person right now.
Okay,
You don't have to.
I have to ask if Mannix notices Kira's lack of paying attention to it.
Give me an insight check.
Oh, I was hoping it would be perception. That's actually worse. Critical failure! Yes! Mannix does not clock it and does not care.
Oh, that's so good.
No, does not notice at frickin' all, and yeah, you're just that self-absorbed in yourself. You have no notion of any of this. That's great. That's absolutely marvelous.
That's
and
so
makes
good.
me so happy.
So much.
So good.
It's straight up. It's Faulty Towers. It's the old woman with the hearing aid.
Oh, beautiful. So that brings us lastly to Garnet. So you said you're just kind of staying up. You're helping Halia clean up a few things, which is all shut down. Say, appreciate the help. Not many people like to stay up this late and help deal with all this. So, much obliged.
Got a question for you.
I
I've got
bet
a
I have an
couple
answer.
questions.
Okay, more than one. That's fine.
I noticed this lady at the this evening at the theater. I'm wondering if you know her or her family or of her and her family, and Garnet will try to describe her as best she can.
Not anyone I'm familiar with. I mean, it was opening night. You get a lot of hoity-toity people in that place, and let's face it, most of them don't come down to Faded Skies for a drink.
Okay. That's probably actually a good thing. So would you know of a good place or a good person to help um, with some transactions? If someone came into possession of something that they wanted compensation for without good knowledge of item history.
Seen a fence.
Yeah.
Just so you know, you don't have to beat around the bush with me, sister.
Well, you know,
I
sometimes.
I understand. You know, there are a few folks I know. Are you preferring somebody here in the city, or are you looking for someone more out and about? Because depends on how much traveling you want to do.
Um, you know, I take a couple recommendations until I know exactly what I got. I don't want to limit myself.
Sure, sure. No, makes perfect sense to me. So, if you're staying here in town, I think I know the place you want to look. If you go down into the public market, there's a stall you'll find. It's a butcher's stall. There's a Maxie who works there. His name's Bite Marks. One, he's a damn good butcher. Top of the line. If you want to get some good cuts of meat, I suggest that. Um, if, however, you are looking to use him as a fence, tell him you want to ask about the price of seafood. He'll know what you're talking about.
Oh, that reminds me. I heard someone earlier saying the price of fish at the market was really good right now.
Okay, now see, that's just being too overt about talking about your dealings. Like me telling you, not you, them. Me telling you exactly what to say to the. They're gonna get themselves caught. So what's gonna happen? Bite's gonna be fine. He knows how to stay subtle. They're gonna get themselves caught. Not my problem. Not my problem.
So are all
Uh,
references to seafood in this city something else? Because where would you get seafood around here?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Probably. Every now and
Oh,
then they
good to
might
know.
actually being honest about it, but again, getting it up here, it's not the most common thing, and like you've probably noticed a fair amount of well winged cuisine, as I like to call it. It's a lot more common. It's a heck of a lot easier to go spearfishing for a big friggin' bird when you're in the sky.
I suppose that's true.
So that's who you'll want to talk to in town. What the heck is that? Y'all hearing that?
No.
Is it
Okay,
the
good.
dog slurping his water?
I just got a yogurt ad coming through my my speakers, and I was just going like, is everyone
Well,
getting
I'll
this?
tell
Like
you,
all of a sudden,
the show didn't hear it.
thank goodness, because they didn't give us any money. Said it was hard to be on there. And I thought for a moment,
Don't worry about it.
like,
Jordan will fix it in post.
No, I will
exactly.
not.
I was 100% sure that Nathan was like on his microphone just out of view doing some like just stream of consciousness. I was like, oh, that's
Eh,
all
that
right.
that'd be a thing Nate did on purpose.
I mean, you're not wrong. So if you're going to head out of town, best place I can recommend for someone to dealing with anything like this, uh, go south down to the border of the Kingdom of Aethiol and go to the border city of Armistice. You're gonna find a smithy there. I'll tell you now, she's good at what she does, but she's got a real short temper. Uh, you're gonna want to find right here. You're going to want to find Jandora Brawn Anvil. And
Pandora Brawn Anvil.
yeah, Jandora Brawn Anvil. And her forge is not hard to find. She deals in goods, and she deals in a lot of contraband, especially being there right along the border. Tell her you know me. She'll understand that. She's not much of one for speaking in code or anything. You get in with her by knowing someone who knows her. Those are the best contacts I can give you. Either one of them can, they can move just about whatever you need. They're going to take a cut, but they can move it.
That's fair. What about, how would you find out if there was a reward for something that had gone missing?
I mean, ask the right people. It's really what it's about. A lot of that stuff gets posted in the right neighborhoods, so you'd have to know. So whoever lost said thing, kind of have to know where their haunts are, and maybe based off of that.
Okay. You've been very helpful. Thank you.
I do what I can. Let's face it. You and the rest of yours have done a good job looking after Kira, and it sounds like he does a pretty good job looking after y'all as well. So, friends of his are friends
Very
of mine.
capable.
Considering who his folks were, I have no doubt of that. Both of them were pretty special. I'm glad to hear he's good at what he does. I'm glad Sordol's still keeping watch on him, because even though that man is too fucking serious for his own good, he's a good person. Does right by him.
He's lucky to
Tips
have
like-
you too.
He tips like shit, though. Not Kira, Sordol. Tips like shit.
Oh, we'll have to do something about that.
Yeah, he's very by the book on all of it. Kind of figures out the specific percentage, or if there's a custom, doesn't figure in for difficulty of drink or overall cost. So he gets very much on tips a silver a drink, which is great if you're just having whiskeys, or if you're just throwing back some ale. But come on, with some of the concoctions I know how to make here, you can tip a little more than that. I got overhead to consider. Anyways, I digress. Outside of being a shitty tipper, he's a great person. Great person. And if he ever says he wants to have lunch with you, he will always pay for the meal. So there's that. Never tries to split the bill or anything. Doesn't do any of that nonsense. Anyhow, I digress. It's late and you didn't even ask all this shit. So thank you for listening to all of that. By the way, very cool shit in that skirmish we were in. Mad respect.
The falling unconscious part?
No, the other shit you did. The going unconscious part. That was scary. Not gonna lie, thought you were dead for a second there. Thought you were. You're not. Very happy about that. But that was unnerving.
Well, thank you. I think I could learn from you.
Now,
From what I heard, I was unconscious for most of it and didn't see
if
anything.
I get a chance to teach a thing or two, I absolutely will. Get some rest. And the last of the dishes are put away, and sleep reaches you all. Everyone,
Most
but,
of you.
Most of you, yeah. So everyone but Pohaku may take a long rest.
Oh,
Okay, good, fine. Everything's fine.
So go ahead and click that long rest button.
that's
Morning
much
will
better
arrive.
looking. Hit points.
Morning will arrive. And what do you all want to do?
Kira's got
As
a little
soon as I
shopping to
hear
do.
anyone stirring, Pohaku is going to go up to whoever it is that he sees. Hey, good morning. How you doing? It's an early morning. How you guys feeling? You guys feeling good? Mannix, I got you all of the coffees. I've already had a little bit of it myself, but I've got you some coffees. Here's a coffee and coffee. It's going to be a great day, you guys. Oh my God, it's going to be the best day. Check it out. And he has a new tattoo on this one, left side of his neck. And it just seems to be like kind of wrapped in vines and like on a platform. It's just like it's almost like perfectly quartered, and there's like a bear face, a like almost looks like a cow face. And then I'm not sure how many of you have seen dinosaurs, but there is almost some sort of like a reptilian underjaw, and then a bird lower half of the jaw. So it's kind of like these 4 perfect quarters of different animals all entwined with different vines. And he's like, check it out. I did this last night. Oh my God, I feel great, you guys. Today is going to be the best day. Want some more coffee? I'm going to get some more coffee. I'll catch you later.
I want to imagine that somehow that all happened in a hallway where Pohaku just came up to all of us as a group, did that, and then walked off.
I think one of us.
In the span of
Yeah,
about
totally.
in the span of about 4 seconds.
And I walked away with
That
both of
probably
your
went down,
coffees,
yeah.
Mannix. I'm sorry.
That is not a man who needs to be caffeinated.
Huh?
Hilarious.
That's a lot. He didn't sleep.
No.
It's quite a lot of information to take in 4 seconds.
Yeah.
You just hear from down the hallway.
Pohaku! How are your hit points, bro?
I feel great.
My dear boy, bring me my coffees!
You got it.
And do not have any more of my coffees!
I feel like he's not-
you just hear the sound of footsteps sprinting as you say that, Mannix.
Oh dear God!
How far are we from Cornholio right now?
Oh, why didn't I think of that? He should have totally had his shirt up over his head.
You should.
I bring you coffee for your mouth hole. Ha!
Amazing. I support this.
Where I come from, we have no mouth holes.
Oh my
You all make me happy.
Oh my God.
I will show you my mouth hole.
So Kira's gonna get back in the Bilford disguise.
Mannix just goes back into the room.
Pohaku runs face first into your door trying to give you the coffee. It spills.
Oh,
He runs off and gets more.
Buddy.
I feel
Kieran, my
like
lad, I
should
think
take
it's safe
care
to
of
say
him.
that that boy has had too much coffee and shan't have any more.
That is honestly not a
Yeah.
sentence I thought you would ever say.
I didn't think that was a sight I would ever see. Yet
Right.
here we are.
I need someone roll a d20 for me.
I'll do it.
I'm on it.
No knows.
10.
10. Okay. Roll a d8, please.
1.
Okay. Continue.
Don't like that.
And if you add those two numbers together, you get 11, which is about half the number of pots of coffee Pohaku has had this morning.
How did you keep a steady hand to finish your tattoo?
That's part of the extra
Mad
tap is the shaking.
Skills. They weren't originally supposed to have vines, but we don't really. I learned from one of my tribal elders back in. And I wink. I look over to Kira back in the city, and so no, it was Ross Roberts, and he told me that we don't make mistakes; they're only happy accidents.
Those are such wise words.
Amazing. Amazing.
He was a very loved. Is he's still around? But he's a very loved figure. And wow, if you could see that, if you could ever see Ross with like just some like horse tail brushes, he would paint you the most beautiful landscapes. And he's so fast. It's amazing. Like, I'm pretty sure he could do an entire portrait and landscape, like, I don't know, maybe half an hour.
That would be very fun to watch.
It's very relaxing.
Those do look like happy little vines.
Have all of you come down. Happy little vines. Amazing.
It's
all
a
of you
real
come down
joy. It's like the joy of painting with Ross Roberts.
Motherfucker.
Little boss Rob.
Thank you for this, Phoenix. Have you all come down to the main area of the bar, or some of you still?
We have.
Still. Yeah,
Yep.
I know.
Caffeine Jones over here hasn't.
Good old
Yes.
So Garnet's down there. Siobhan, Reba, where you guys at?
Yeah, I would have come down.
Yeah, I think we're called by the pitter patter of very fast feet.
Cool. And so, Halia does. That's about where you're at there, Pohaku. If you guys go ahead and just click on your roll 20 in case we need it here.
I don't like that. I don't like that sentence.
Just go ahead and click it just in case we need it.
I don't like that sentence.
You'll see when you click over, you'll see you guys at the top of the map. That when you see down the lower left, that's just Sordol there. So don't worry about him at the moment. And speaking of Sordol, as you guys are there eating, he will suddenly bound in to the area of the bar, not having come through the front door, having come in through the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank goodness. You're all here. All of you. We need to get to the cellar now. And I need to get all of you out of this city. They're coming.
Shit. Would I know how much a pair of sending stones would cost?
You would. I don't have that in front of me right now, but if you give me half a second, I will.
Yep. Kira just leaves that much in a small pouch in the cellar, probably without the time to write a note. Because that's what I was going to go shopping for.
Okay, we'll figure it out after the session, because
Yeah.
I don't have it handy in this book right now. So, hold on a sec. All of you, to the cellar. I can get you out of here now. Quickly, please.
Am I sure this is Sordol?
Make an insight check.
Okay. Yeah. That's 25.
You are not only sure this is Sordol, you are sure he's telling you the exact truth, and he looks slightly like in his grayish loxodon colored skin, it looks slightly pale. His eyes are extremely wide, and you can see he's sweating a bit.
Okay, I'm gonna sprint up. I'm just gonna say, right, grabbing my stuff, and I'm just gonna sprint upstairs to grab my bag.
Everyone, get everything. Meet me down in the cellar. I'm getting you out of here now.
Woo! I'm gonna take the half second then, if we're taking a moment to grab things, I'm going to plop a bag of money in front of Halia and just, this is for, I was gonna get a pair of sending stones so that we could keep in touch, but I guess just use this to magically send a message every once in a while. We gotta go.
And she pulls a sending stone out of her pouch and just hands it to you.
Thank you, love you. Fuck.
And she pulls you in, close to hug. And she goes, "You come back to me. You come back to me.
Absolutely.
Please come back to me, Kira.
Oh my
I can't
god.
lose you too."
Uncalled for.
You're never gonna lose anyone else from this family again.
Yeah, right. And she gives you just a little bit of slap on the cheek. Now show them everything you've got.
Oh my god.
And I start to grab my stuff and leave. Fuck. I have this fake mustache that you asked for. I redid the bit just for you, and you do that to me.
As I run past with hearing this, I run past with my stuff and like whatever urn of coffee is available, and I am like running past. I will ensure it is done.
And as Sordal is kind of whisking you all downstairs, she just, you can hear him say to her, "Do not put yourself in danger, but anyone who comes in here, slow them as much as you can." She goes, "For Tyree. For Tyree." And it heads on down. And if you will go over to roll 20, you can see what the cellar of Faded Skies looks like. Down here in the lower left corner, you will see Sordal is going there, and he's going through his pouch to get some material components, and you watch as he begins drawing out these chalk sigils on the floor down here in this lower quadrant of the map, because this spell takes some time and I need to keep focus, and whatever you do, just when the portal opens, go. It will only stay open for a few seconds. I'll be right along with all of you. And where are you all moving here as he begins to cast this spell?
Where's the other entrance to the cellar?
The other entrance to the cellar is the opposite corner, the back right. So yeah, this top center is the stairway leading to the upper floor. Back here, this last section, imagine there's a ladder here. I don't have a ladder, so I'm going to just... This is not actually there. This gelatinous cube. Not that gelatinous cube.
Why?
Because it's fun.
I love like you can draw. You can just draw a ladder, and you're like, nah.
I'm not good at drawing, so that gelatinous cube is a ladder.
Garnet's gonna hide here, where she can kind of keep an eye over here on folks.
Give me a stealth check, Garnet.
24.
24. Cool. Just real quick, you feel great with that. You're very well hidden amongst some of the goods there. And as Sordal begins this spell, you could hear a large, just kind of busting in of the door upstairs.
Sorry, real quick, just as we were running down, Pohaku taps Garnet with the butt end of the dagger, and you get Gift of Alacrity, so that's a D8 on initiative rolls.
And you will hear these voices. "We don't want anything to do with you. We're here to take Sordal in for questioning." She's like, I have no idea who the fuck you're talking about. Obviously, I know who he is. Why would he be here? Let's not make this any more difficult than it has to be. Oh no, we just lost Casey.
Oh,
Well, gonna pause until we get Casey back. Cool, we're back, and I'm scared.
Perfect, as you should be. So you have all taken your positions on this map, and Sordol is beginning to draw out these sigils, and you can hear a very recognizable voice, not the voice of Castian, but one of his associates. You do hear the voice of the Dragonborn you saw last night, Erdrux, saying, I'll keep an eye on her. The rest of you find the rest of them." And
Hearing that it's him, I'm going to tap Siobhan on the shoulder and cast protection from energy, specifically from cold damage.
and you'll hear Erdrux. "They're in the cellar." And I need everyone to roll for initiative.
I just wanted to get that spell out before the fight started.
Thank you. That means I have resistance to cold.
Yes.
Correct.
So our biggest...
Fuck, why?
So for some reason, he gets down here and opens his goddamn dragon mouth. Our biggest wall doesn't... Oh, fuck.
Is that nat 20 there, Jamie?
Yep, it says yep.
Alrighty. So on these results, 25 to 20.
Nat 20 for 26.
Oh wow!
And you got that gift of alacrity too.
That's with that.
Okay.
Nat 20
Once.
for 20. Nat 20 for 22.
22. Okay. 20 to 15.
A respectable 15.
A disrespectable 16.
A decent 16, but with less dex, I would assume.
So much
Uh,
less dex.
No, Mannix probably has less dex than you. What's your dex, Reba?
I have so much less dex.
Oh, I have a 10 dex for +0.
Oh no, we have the same dex.
Oh no!
Rollies!
Rollies.
Just another
What is that?
d20.
So just roll a d20 and tell me what you get. Each of you roll a d20.
Hey, 19.
Oh god, this is when I'm gonna roll a nat 20.
Yeah.
Nope, 2.
So Mannix after that. Then Kira. 15 to 10.
Natural 10 for a 14.
Okay. So Sordol is right after Kira. And these fuckers are...
Actually, wait a minute. This is considered a ability check, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm actually at disadvantage.
Fun.
Yeah,
So that 14 becomes a 7
great.
That makes a difference.
because I'm wired, but I'm sleepy.
Okay.
I told you not to have any more of my coffee.
Doesn't work.
So the good news is Sordol has had a good amount of time to start working on these arcane sigils to make this teleportation circle to get you all out of there. Bad news is none of you have a stopwatch, so you don't know exactly how long he's been working on it. And there are 4 individuals with heavy glaives up there. It's just glaives all around right now.
All gimmick infringement.
To
I know.
glaive.
The glaive.
Good way.
But
Glaive.
here we are.
It's a
at-
coven of glaives. It's a glaven.
It's a Glaven. It's top of the round. Garnet, you are up. Siobhan Finnegan, you're on deck. What do you guys want to do as Sordal is just frantically trying to make this teleportation circle happen? Actually, pardon me. There's one of them that does look slightly different.
Great.
No.
One of them is carrying a big old fuck off maul.
Of course.
He's like the captain of them.
I was so ready for you to be like, one looks different, and then you put in a Bodak. I'm like, no,
One
no.
of these things is not like the other. One of these things can fuck right off.
Bodacula. So yeah, that one's got like a big old like a warhammer like weapon there.
Alright.
Sam, Garnet, you are up. Siobhan's on deck. What do you want to do?
I really like my position.
I bet.
I'm gonna hold my action in case I can see an unfriendly target sometime in this round.
Perfect. So holding your action once you can see an unfriendly target. I'll keep an eye on the map. Siobhan, you are up. Reba Raka, you're on deck.
I don't want to get too far away from the teleportation circle because I only have it. So, can I go into my rage and then hold my action for whichever one of them first comes within 10 feet of me?
Absolutely, you can. You would only get one attack if you do that, but you can totally do that.
Nah, I'm the fucking berserker on the bridge here.
Okay.
So, I rage.
Yes.
Yeah, you do.
I run up 10 feet.
Okay.
Is that, or do I have to be there? Yeah, I have to
You
be
have to
there.
be
Right?
there.
And I'm going to attack the guy with the maul.
Love it. Make some attack rolls.
Okay. I've got my real glaive again, so 19 to hit.
19 will absolutely hit. Go ahead and give me some damage.
Okay. Oh, so much better. Sorry, I'm just my glaive is so much better than that bullshit I had to deal with last week. 9 plus 7, so 16.
Did you add your rage damage?
Yeah, I'm a plus 5, so I added the plus 2 on top.
Love it. So you charge up and just boom, bring your glaive right up into the side, and you watch as he just kind of he crumples a little bit from the hit. It was quite impressive. Second attack.
That is dirty 20.
That definitely hits. Give me damage again, please.
Ooh, 17.
17 points of damage. Big hit. And you all watch as Siobhan, not willing to risk a single one of her allies in this moment, charges up, placing herself in between all of them and you. Boom, boom, 2 huge hits with this glaive, and then it's right back on her defensive position, somewhat choked up on the blade, pointing it right in their directions. And even without a word, just to look at her eyes, actually you can't see her eyes, but just her body language just reads, fucking try me. That is damn good round there, Siobhan. Reba, you are up. Manic Soul, you're on deck.
I have a question that I feel like Reba would know the answer to.
Sure, give me the question.
So, Sordol is mid casting a spell, right?
Yes.
I have the spell Invisibility, and it says this invisibility ends for a target that attacks or casts a spell. What if invisibility is cast while a target is casting the spell? Will he be invisible? He's already begun.
That is a great question.
If I remember right, I read some post about this on a forum like 2 weeks ago that it goes on the finish of the casting is when the invisibility would go away. I think that's what people were saying, but I'm not sure.
I'm looking right here. So I would call what Sordol is doing as concentrating on a spell. So if you were to cast invisibility on him, I would rule he would turn invisible until the spell finishes casting.
Fantastic.
So you can cast invisibility on him. It's going to cost your concentration, but
Yes.
he's concentrating on something else, but you could turn him invisible.
Yes. I cannot guarantee that this will protect him, but I feel like I just really want to make sure he can get this spell off. So Reba's going to go up to Sordol.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20. give him a little pat on the shoulder, 5, 10, and then block the doorway and cast invisibility on him.
Love it. And so, yeah, those of you can see, Reba goes up, touches Sordol, and you watch as he fades out. And you can still hear him casting the spell. And every now and then you see these chalk marks appear on the ground where he's still making these sigils in a fury. Those of you with like more keen eyes, this actually be Reba, because you have the highest passive perception. You can actually see now and then where dust kicks up, where his feet are moving as he just continually gets this going. Nice use of your action. Anything for bonus action?
I got nothing. That's all I can do.
That's a great turn, if you ask me. Manic Soul, you are up. Then Kira, you're on deck.
So from where Mannix is, he can see the middle of all 4, correct?
Sure can.
Like, he can see that spot. All right, well,
Yes.
he's going to cast Confusion.
Ooh, what's the save on that?
16 Wisdom.
16 Wisdom. Let's see here. How are there... Okay, they are proficient in Wisdom. So let's see here. We'll go back row first. It's natural 20. That is a second natural 20.
Oh no.
This one here fails, and then this one has advantage on this. That is exactly a 16 on the one with the hammer. So 3 of them are successful on it. One of them fails. And yeah, so we'll see how that matters when it gets to their turn. But that is your action of the confusion. What does it look like as Manic casts confusion?
Hey! Over here!
I'm so glad I wasn't drinking. I wasn't ready for that.
Choked on my own spit there.
Yep. All right, so seeing all of this, that brings it to your turn, Kira, and then Sordol's on deck.
Yeah, would I see that one's confused?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
Oh, you have perception or Arcana, your pick.
Okay, let's see. That's gonna be Arcana. That's a 17.
17? Yeah. That you can tell, like, just it's kind of.
Cool. Then I'm going to, in full Bilford, thank God. I was going to. Excuse me, none of you are allowed down here without a good reason. Why are you storming into here? And I'm going to cast a 4th level hold person on the 3 that weren't confused. It's another wisdom save, 15.
Back row. That one fails. It's an 18. That one's successful. Now it's time for the guy with the hammer. Set advantage. That is a 22, so successful. So the 2 on the left, that one is held.
Oh, would
it
it have been successful if no, that's never mind.
Yeah. I will say both rolls were successful.
Yeah.
I roll both when I have advantage just so I don't forget later
Yeah.
when it's important.
There's no way that I would have been able to tell to use my no you don't have advantage ability, so
Sure.
yeah.
So that is your action. Anything else for movement or bonus action?
Nope, I'm going to stay right there.
Okay.
Actually, you know what?
Yeah.
If it's okay, I'm gonna have used 2 wizardry points to subtle spell that one.
Love it. Absolutely can.
Yeah. So right now, all they know is I'm just telling them that they shouldn't be here.
Okay. Sordol, none of you can see this because he's invisible. He's going to spend his turn concentrating on the spell, continuing to cast it, bringing it 1 round closer to the portal opening, whenever that is. With these creatures, this one at the end of the turn, somebody remind me, hold person. Do you get to make a save on that again at the end of your turn, or are you just stuck there?
I think there's another save. Let me look.
I think there is, but I want to be sure. I know there's one of them where there isn't one.
Yep, it's at the end.
Okay. So end of his turn, he's going to make a save. That was a 17, so that one is no longer held. This one is going to take turn, is going to 3... see here. Let's go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Siobhan, you can take an opportunity attack on this one as it's going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Go ahead and make, if you want to use your reaction for an opportunity attack, you can.
Shit. I rolled without even thinking. I'm like, oh no, I wish I hadn't done that. And then I rolled badly. Oh well. That's a, that is all of 12 to hit.
Yeah, it will not hit you. Like you swing your glaive as he's charging past, and it hits the armor, but not soundly. And then he's going to use the action to dash to move right over here next to Pohaku and Mannix. And then this one is going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to here. If you were to make a range attack there, Garnet, you could have fired on that one as it ran past. Because you would have seen him come through here. The 5, 10, 15,
advantage
20.
from hidden.
Yep. And they're 25 feet away.
Beautiful. That's not great. Oh, sorry. 17.
17 will just miss.
Okay.
As that, and this one charges up, is going to make some attack rolls against you there, Reba. Because saw you go over there and saw some arcane actions. They know you're a spellcaster and you look very clericy.
Bring it on.
So the first attack is a 22 to hit.
I guess.
Second one is a natural 20.
Oh,
I
no!
guess.
And the third one is a natural 1. So
Cool. Not that one.
So you are going to take on the first hit. Where do you go? So go ahead and take.
Sorry, real quick, just making sure.
Yeah.
I don't think I can see her. Actually, never mind. I don't even have that spell prepared. Never mind.
So go
I
ahead
might
and
be able to cut out the nat 20 though.
you
with one
can
of my-
you can use your Sentinel of Death's Door to make that just a regular hit.
I will make that just a regular hit.
Okay, Grave Clerics, baby. Take 6 points of slashing damage plus 9 points of necrotic damage on the first hit.
All right. For concentration, do I roll for that separately or the same?
All the damage together.
Okay. So I have to beat a what? 7?
10.
10.
10's always the minimum.
Oh, 10's always the minimum. Okay.
Yep.
Let me figure that out. That's a wisdom saving throw.
It's a Constitution saving throw.
Or constitution. We're good either way.
Cool. And so for the second hit, be really glad you negated that crit, 'cause I rolled big on this one. 14 points of slashing damage plus 10 points of necrotic damage. So you have to beat a 12 Constitution saving throw on this one to maintain concentration.
No problem. Let me give that a good roll.
Okay, Alf. No problem.
No problem. Oh my god, 12 on the die, which, yeah, I
That's
mean,
plenty.
15.
Yeah. This is when runs up to you and just boom, boom, 2 hits with this huge hammer of theirs. But you
That's cool.
you hold true. No big problem there. That will bring that all the way down, and that brings it to Pohaku. It is now your turn at the bottom of the initiative order. You're muted.
Thank you. So Pohaku is going to go ahead, and so he's got this guy right next to him here, and he, oh, how's it going, man? And he's going to go ahead and start dancing. So he enters Blade Song.
Okay.
And then he's going to make, let's see, he is going to first attack with Booming Blade, or pardon me, his Obsidian Shards. It's all the same thing. So let's see. This is going to be to hit here. There we go. Oh, that is a natural 3. So that's going to miss. And then he will follow that up with just a basic attack from the what's it called? Is his dagger.
Okay.
And why is it not showing me that option? Sorry, hold on. Why is it not showing up? Because I accidentally somehow I unequipped my dagger there, but I will go ahead and make that attack. 17.
17 will just miss.
Okay, they both miss.
Okay.
That is the end. Actually, he's going to go ahead and just kind of pivot around here, and he'll go to there.
Alrighty. So yeah, just moving around there slightly, giving yourself a bit of reposition. You hear Sordol kind of shouting out, need you to hold them a bit longer, as he continues his spell and everything, and brings it back to the top of the round. Garnet, you are up. Siobhan Finnegan, you are on deck.
Wait a minute.
Alrighty.
What's the matter, Jamie?
The dude with the dude with the mace or hammer, big hammer, whatever. Did they roll with disadvantage?
No, they did not. Thank you.
Oh, man.
Okay, that one would still hit. Okay, it would still hit. Reba, undo your Sentinel at Death's Door. You did not use that.
Yay!
And
Don't forget anything else for the resistance.
yeah, so however much damage you've taken, Reba, give yourself back half of that, because you would have had resistance to those.
Oh shit, really?
Because of Siobhan's Ancestral Guardian.
All of it?
Yeah, so you would
Fuck
take only half damage from all of it. So yeah, however much damage you took, just give yourself back half of it.
Love that.
And yeah, thank you for the reminding on that, Jamie. That's my bad. Not used to these Ancestral Guardian things, and I should be. You guys are level 7. That's on me. Really admit, that's on me. So, Garnet, you are up. Siobhan Finnegan is on deck. Garnet, what do you want to do?
Yeah. If I move here, do I have any line of sight on? Oh, I really don't.
Nah, that wall's gonna be just in your way.
I can see green from there, though. Yeah.
From there, yes, absolutely.
Okay. I will attack him. 21 to hit.
21 absolutely hits. Go ahead and give me damage.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's a lot of sixes. 6, 12, 18, 23, 24 plus 4, 28 points of damage.
28 points of damage as you throw your psychic dagger out and you hear swell into the body of this individual. You see this kind of trickle of blood come out the nose and actually another one kind of come out the ear. As you can tell, you hit them badly and they're just kind of staggering, trying to get their wherewithal. That was mighty attack.
I'm gonna go hide in that corner. Oh, 15.
Okay. Let's see here. Even with the 15, you feel like because of just how much of a target-rich environment this is, and all the kind of chaos in a very tightly packed space, you think you're pretty well hidden.
Okay, then I won't add a d8.
Siobhan, you're up. Reba, you're on deck.
Okay, so these bastards both have glaives, so I can't move away without provoking a threat, I believe.
That would be, you could move away. The one with the blue tag, you would provoke an opportunity attack. The green tag, you would not.
Yeah. Actually, can't really get to that guy anyway. See, hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna attack the guy with the blue tag.
Yeah, make an attack roll, please.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 definitely hits. Damage, please.
Um, I rolled the I accidentally rolled the this one, so I was like 40. How did I get 40? Awesome. 4 plus 7, so 11.
11 points damage on the first hit there as you bring your glaive down solidly into him. You can definitely feel it made a quality impact. Second attack?
Yep. 26.
26 definitely hits. Go ahead and give me damage.
17.
17 points of damage. Friggin' nice. As your first hit is very solid, and as they kind of recoil from it, you use just the natural springiness of their armor as you pull it out to start building momentum. You spin it all the way around your head and bring it around into their other side. As they were pulling away from where it was on their left, they're moving to their right. That's where you bring your glaive, causing even more damage on the second hit. Very, very nice round of damage for you there, Siobhan.
Turn.
What's that?
And that's my turn.
Perfect. Reba, you are up. Actually, before you're up, Reba, at the end of Siobhan's turn, the one with the hammer is going to use a legendary action to take a swing on you, Kira.
It's like
What's that?
it's like it somehow knew that it waited until it no longer had the disadvantage on hitting anybody.
Hey, the DM had forgotten before, so that was also the DM forgetting that it had a legendary action. I just checked my notes. I was like, oh yeah, I have that. So that is a 17 to hit you, Kira.
I will. Bilford will expend a spell slot to cast shield.
All right, and so this hammer comes your way, and you are able to put the shield up in time, and you watch just this wave of necrotic energy come off of the hammer as it sits there against your shield. You can just see these just hateful eyes behind this very heavy helm just staring in your direction. Now, Reba, it's your turn. Manic Soul, you're on deck.
Fantastic. Reba casts spiritual weapon with her bonus action.
Alrighty.
That is a 12 to hit, and I do want it put right in front of me so it can get the big ugly green guy.
Perfect. I'm going to... Furby is going to be your spiritual weapon.
I love that.
You're welcome. So let me give you control of this.
Lovely.
All right, Casey, you have full control over the Furby token, so set them
Gonna
wherever.
pop him there.
Okay.
He only got 12 to hit, so I assume it doesn't do much.
Completely misses.
God damn. Then with my action, I am going to cast Sacred Flame again on the big ugly green guy.
All right, that's a dexterity saving throw.
Yep.
All right, has advantage on those. Ooh, what's your DC on that?
15.
15. There's a natural 15 on the die. So
Gross.
yeah, both of them would have made it. It was natural 16 on the second roll.
All right. Well,
As your Sacred Flame comes up, and they leap out of the way.
that's all I got.
Alrighty. As end of your turn, Reba. Mannix, you are up. Kira, you're on deck.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see. I'm gonna cast Frostbite on this guy, all up in my face.
What is that? Is it a Constitution save?
Correct.
Constitution save. They're really good at those, but I don't think natural. Let's see here. Natural 3 is not going to get me there. So,
Correct.
How much damage are we doing on that?
Not much. Not much. Yeah, minimum 1 damage.
But
you have
you are level 7, so I believe that would be
Yeah.
2.
Oh,
It's-
so
it's
2
2 now.
d6. Correct. 2d6. So 5.
It's 5 points. Hey, every little bit helps. So you can see just this chill go over them. Its rime actually forms along the armor, and you can tell it's chilling them quite well. And that gives them what, disadvantage on their next saving throw?
Disadvantage on their next weapon attack roll.
Never spend their next weapon attack roll. Okay, I will have to remember that. Anything else for your turn there, Maddox?
No.
Okay. Kira, you are up, and then Sordol is on deck.
As the shield is still up. Just, why are you trying to attack me? I did nothing to you. I'm just standing here. And I'm using that to cover using another wizardry point to point blank cast lightning bolt at him.
Ooh.
So that's a dexterity saving throw.
It is, and there's a wall behind, so you don't have to worry about this going into Garnet there.
Yeah.
Okay. Has advantage on these. That's a natural 2 and a natural 4, so he will use his 1 legendary resistance to save on that.
Yeah, dang it. All right.
And half damage.
I'm just gonna let the program roll, because that's a lot of d6, and I don't want to do math. So that's 31 cut to 15 points.
15 points
of lightning damage. That just looks like it appeared from somewhere.
Yeah, this lightning just seems to come from nowhere, and you watch as he is just barely able to mostly get out of the way. And it hits part of the armor, and since some metal conducts electricity, it just kind of goes through the body, not hitting as much as you would wanted, but certainly not being useless. Anything else for your turn?
No, that's it. I'm just gonna stay right there. Just why are you trying to attack me? I did nothing but stand here. And then why are you trying to get into here? Zap.
All right.
Gods, they're
Sordol
angry.
is going to continue focusing on the spell, and you hear him going, getting almost there. And that is going to bring it to them. He's going to bonus action. He will use Enervation to heal some damage. Doesn't get a lot, but it will heal up a bit. And then it's time for some attack rolls. Let's see here. Can reach Pohaku. So let's first do an attack on you there, Kira. Ooh, I think that's going to miss as... Yeah, something tells me a 13 doesn't hit you.
It does not.
Against Reba, that is a 23 to hit, Reba.
Yeah, that does.
Okay. So I should keep these D8s nearby because I'm going to need them. So Reba, you can take 6 points of slashing damage plus 14 points of necrotic damage.
Does it have to get, perhaps?
No, not this time.
Okay.
Except, hold on, is she close enough? I think she's close enough. Yeah, she's within 30 feet of me, so Siobhan is going to use, oh my god, I forget what it's called. But it's a cool thing I can do.
Oh, yeah, you have that damage reduction power.
Yeah, it's Spirit Shield.
Perfect. So roll your 2d6 and let's see how much this gets reduced by.
Love that.
There we go.
8, reduced by 8.
Perfect. And this hammer has reach like a glaive, so he's going to reach out and hit you, Pohaku, or at least try to. That is an 18 to hit, Pohaku.
18 hits.
Okay. So for you,
Wait, no, it. Hold on, let me double check with.
Yeah.
Blade. It does not hit. Blade Song has got me to 19.
So
There we go.
makes this extended reach with the weapon, and you're able to just kind of matrix out of the way of it. So very, very good for you on that.
I've been forgetting to add my +2 AC from Blade Song now that I think of it.
This one's going to come around to this side of you, Siobhan, as he is now saved against the confusion.
Since he now does not provoke an opportunity attack by doing that.
He does not provoke an opportunity attacks. He never left your melee.
I just used my reaction.
Yeah. So that is a natural 2. That will not hit. That is a... Alrighty. Does a 17 hit?
Nope. My AC is 18.
Do you still have Shield of Faith up on there?
Shield of Faith.
Oh,
So remember
from
you
the
added
last
that to your
battle.
AC last time when Reba cast it on
Oh, maybe. Good point. I don't remember it being that high before. Yep. So it's a 16, so it does hit. That's
you. Okay. So in that case, you can go ahead and take... Ooh, that's a pretty pitiful roll. You will take 5 points of slashing damage, halved to 2, because you're raging. And this one can't be reduced, but go ahead and take a whole 3 points of necrotic damage from his first attack. Or should second attack, because the first one missed. And last one, that's natural 2. So the second attack misses. First one you just completely dodge. The second one is able to just kind of graze you. And the third one you dodge once again, as that one is not able to do much. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 can get up to here, and then 5, 10, 15. Kira, you can make an opportunity attack if you want for the way this guy's moving.
I currently don't have a weapon out.
Okay, then don't worry about it. Mannix, if you want to make a melee weapon attack of that guy as he runs by, you can use your reaction for it.
Can I use my reaction to breathe on him?
No.
No.
Quick!
Oh wait, I have a light hammer.
You can absolutely try. It's all you. No one's stopping you from trying.
I'm gonna try to hit him with my light hammer.
Take a swing.
Nope.
So you want Mannix just misses this guy as he runs past.
It's Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes throwing the hammer at the 7.5-foot behemoth.
Love it. Love it. So as that one runs up, can make a series of attacks. Doesn't know you're there, Garnet, so I'm not going to worry about that. Actually, that one's making an investigation check to try and get an idea where Sordol is.
Don't like that.
You just hear, so that's what you're up to. That's all that one can do. The other one is going to make some attack rolls, starting on Pohaku. We'll differentiate these between Pohaku and Mannix. So Pohaku, that is a 23 to hit.
It's
Is that the guy that I hit with frostbite?
Yes. So let me see if that still hits. That misses. That's natural 3. Second attack. Does a 19 hit Pohaku?
19 just hits.
Okay. So in this one, go ahead and take 10 points of slashing damage and 15 points of necrotic damage.
Oh, hell. It's probably too, yeah, you know what? I didn't say that I was using shield. I didn't realize it was going to be that much, but yeah.
And then for the third attack, just saw your message. Casey, we should probably be pretty close to that, but I'm aiming for
Sorry,
it.
I thought we had a harder out tonight.
It's all right. Well, that is another 19 to hit Pohaku.
19 just hits. It's a little late for it now, but yeah, I'll go ahead and cast shield.
Okay. And so, yeah, you being surprised about how hard they hit, this one, boom, connecting with you. You get that shield up. Pohaku, it is your turn, and that is going to bring it back to the top of the round. Garnet, want to respect Casey's best chance of getting out, so think about your turns before we get there if we can. I know, but just ask people, think about your turns before we get there.
All right.
There should be a counter on your screen that says the turn order.
So I am going to kind of thrust my hands down into the ground, and I haven't done this for a little bit, but I'm going to go ahead and cast the Yggdrasil's Rebuke, which is the modified Shadow Blade. That's my bonus action. And which one is it that he was hitting me? Which color?
The orange.
Orange. I'm going to hit him. So this is going to be... Oh, that'll fit. So a 24 to hit.
Oh, yeah, definitely hits. Give me damage, please.
That's going to be 8 points of piercing and 5 points of necrotic.
Nice. So 13 points of damage to that one.
Then I'm going to do it again.
Please do.
18 to hit.
18 just hits.
6 points of piercing, 3 points of necrotic.
So 9 more points of damage as Pohaku's starting to decide, I've really had enough of your fucking nonsense, and just starts throwing these rebukes into this heavily armored guard of Nova Aurora. You can hear just pain coming from their voice. Very nice. Anything else for your turn, Pohaku?
That's everything for me.
All right. Beautiful. That's going to bring it to Garnet. You're up. Siobhan, you're on deck.
I'm gonna attack green with advantage from hiding.
All righty.
That is a natural 20 for 27.
Hell yeah.
Oh, so go ahead and double all those dice, and I'll get ready to cry here.
All right. That was just the first half. We'll roll the dice again.
It's so many dice.
Oh, that's better. 43 points of damage.
43, 4-3.
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap. You said it was on green, right?
Yes, it was.
Cool. I was making sure I put damage on the right one. So this one had been pretty much untouched till that point. And that one seems to have kind of like figured out what Sordol was doing. You throw out the psychic dagger, and you all just hear this. Oh! And this one is brought down to a knee and just slowly pull themselves back up. And they look in your direction, Garnet, where that came from.
Garnet's gonna... Actually, she's not gonna stand quite directly in front of him. Probably doesn't matter.
I can't imagine why not.
But she's gonna stand here and take her bonus action to try to hit him again.
Do it. Yes, please.
Oh no, that's a nat one.
Yeah, that one will not be successful, as you were a little too proud of yourself, and coming in trying to make that attack didn't quite
We'll take the crit on the sneak attack. Well, we can miss the offense.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. That was quite impressive. So that is your turn there, Garnet. Siobhan, you're up.
Okay, quick question. There's not
Yes.
really any way for me to get over into this main scrum, is there? There's just no place for me to even stand.
I mean, you can move through allies.
Okay. Okay. So first of all, I'm gonna use wrong thing. I'm gonna use 5, 10, 15 feet of my movement. I never left Duder's threat range. I'm going to attack, recklessly attack blue square here.
Where did the green man fly?
I don't know. He just zoomed back up there for no reason. I'm going to put him back.
I mean, you don't have to.
He's scared of me.
Back down there. I don't know what that was about. He just,
Does a 17 hit?
17 just misses.
Fuck. Okay, so I miss on my first swing. Second swing. Shit, I miss again. And I'm rolling with advantage. So yeah, that's it. I don't have anything else I can do, I don't think.
Alrighty, yeah, that is. You're not as used to using your glaive at a long reach as you are in close, so just the balance is still slightly off. You're trying to get those long shots on there, and they're just evading. Still, you've done some damage so far. Reba, you are up.
Oh, sorry, one last thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to use the rest of my movement. I know this provokes an opportunity attack, or actually could possibly provoke several opportunity attacks, but I'm going to use the rest of my movement to go 5, 10. Wait, I already did 15, so I have another about 45. 5, 10, 15, 20, back to here. So I'm going by 3 of them.
Actually, you only provoke an opportunity attack from one of them because you're still in the threat range of 2.
Okay.
Nope.
Good.
Not with a natural 3, it doesn't. And reaches out, and same thing as you, just the reach being a little far on that. That done. The leader of them going to use a legendary action to swing on you, Siobhan.
The wall in between us.
There. So you see there where Reba is? I'm gonna move Reba briefly. Where that's open, they can attack you diagonally there.
Okay.
I understand how the thing kind of looks, but I'm saying there's enough of a diagonal that they can reach through and hit you.
I believe you.
Glaive is just whipping around that corner there.
Yep. So that's
Bend
gonna be
the glaive.
21 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. So go ahead.
Reba's just like, oh
take
god, that's a nice shot.
9 points of slashing damage. It'll be halved to 4, and then 10 points of necrotic damage. You do not have.
Damn.
As that hammer reaches in and connects with you, and as the hammer hits you, you kind of feel yourself slowed down for half an instant, but doesn't affect your speed overall. Reba, you're up. Maddox, you're on deck.
Fantastic. Which is the one that clocked Sordol?
No one has hit Sordol yet. The one, oh, you mean the spotted? I see the green.
Yeah, one of them spotted him though.
Green one.
Green.
Green one, fantastic. So bonus action, spiritual weapon. I got a dirty 20 to hit.
That'll hit. Give me damage, please.
9.
9. Very nice.
9. And then I'm also going to go ahead and attempt to cast blindness on him.
Ooh, what's the save on that?
Constitution 15. And of course, his constitution must be just awful, I'm sure.
Dirty 20.
Fuck. Well, I gave him 9 points of damage. That's all I got.
There you got. Hey, every bit helps, right?
I sure hope so.
Mannix, you are up. Kira,
Which
you're
one's
on deck.
which one's the confused one?
None of the. He is broken out of the confusion.
Okay, I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast the one right in front of him between Pahaku and Mannix.
So those would be at disadvantage because he is in melee with you. However, you would know from fighting Siobhan around Siobhan well enough that because of the range of her glaive, you could back up 5 feet where you would still be in its threat range and it would not get that opportunity attack, and you could make your ranged attacks. Because you're not leaving its threat range, so it doesn't get an opportunity attack. I know that's kind of meta, but I'll allow it because I never want to be like, haha, you didn't know this mechanic. Like, you've been fighting with Siobhan for quite a while now. You've seen how glaives work.
Usually he's unconscious, so.
Yeah,
There's that.
Smartass. So yeah, go ahead and make 2 attack rolls, please.
she's out of line, but she's right. Well, that's a 10.
And we'll miss.
Does a natural 20 hit?
Holy crap, it does. Double them dice, then add your mod.
That's going to be 19.
19 points of damage. Damn.
Oh, no,
19
pardon me,
points of
21.
damage?
It's
because you crit. You crit.
D10.
Duh.
I
Yes,
crit.
You crit.
2d10. 2d10. So
Double.
so 21. 9 and a 7 plus 5.
Damn. So your first Eldritch Blast completely goes wide, and you stop.
Just
Just
looks at
your
his hand for a
clothes.
second, and he just goes,
Yeah, and as you're shaking your hand, you feel the Eldritch Energy. Oh, right. You send it out there. This one just connects massively for great damage. Well done. Kira, you are up.
Mhm. So Kira's gonna pull out just a regular short sword. He's leaving none of this disguise to chance.
Sure.
And he's going to kind of slide in between Reba and everyone to get to here.
Okay.
And just, if you're going to keep attacking me, I'm going to have to start defending myself, and I'm going to use another wizardry point to subtle spell.
Actually, as you do that, this one's going to use its secondary weapon to try and make an opportunity attack on you because it has this feature.
Rude.
The red dot one. Rad. That's a 19 to hit.
That's another cast of shield.
Cool. And so you watch as they bring up this mace. You can see this kind of like lightning crackling off the mace as they swing it and hits off your shield.
I'm going to have to start defending myself at some point. I mean, I'm not starting yet, and I'm going to use another wizardry point to cast a chromatic orb at the sledgehammer.
Cool. Do it.
Let me see what spell slot I have left. At 3rd level.
Okay.
So that is a dirty 20 to hit.
That will hit. Give me damage,
All right,
please.
and this will be lightning as well.
Okay.
And that is gonna be garbage, but it is like 15 damage.
Very nice.
But it's garbage for a spell of that level.
Oh, love it. As you throw this out, they find it quite shocking.
It doesn't look like I throw it out at all. It just kind of appears.
Alrighty. That your turn?
That's me, yeah.
Alrighty. That brings it to Sordol's turn, and Sordol will use his turn to finish creating the portal. And as he was running around, it's these 4
Sordal
squares right back at the Sordol portal. You are correct. It is right back there, and you see where. Oops, that's right. Oh, that's right. He's on the GM one. He will reappear. Come on, token layer. Thank you. He reappears right there.
Mm-hmm.
The portal is open, and you hear him just say, "Everyone, go. It will only stay open for an instant." And you get the sense that what he's saying is this portal will stay open 1 round. When his turn ends next round, this portal closes. So this is your one chance to get in there. That brings it to the baddies' turns. Let's start with the Hammerman. Hammerman is... Yeah, he's going to swing on you, Siobhan. That is a 21 to hit. Second attack is 22 to hit.
Yeah.
Third attack will miss. So for the first one, go ahead and take 12 points of slashing damage, half to 6, then add 6 necrotic on damage on that. And the second one, another 12 points of necrotic damage, half to 6, and then 12 points of slashing damage, half to 6, and then 13 points of necrotic damage as he slams his weapon into you twice. The third one missing. This guy, let's see here, he is not second. Goes blue, green, then orange. Blue is going to move on up, get to a nice target-rich environment. Let's swing first on Pohaku. That is a natural 19, so that's a 25 to hit, Pohaku.
That'll hit.
Second attack, that'll miss. Third attack, 19.
Shield.
Yeah. So that is 5 points of slashing damage, and then 8 points of necrotic damage for that. Orange one can see you there, Garnet. And you hurt him very badly with that.
Just make the concentration check.
Okay. Garnet, does a dirty 20 hit?
Orange or green? Green.
Green.
Yeah. I'm
Cool.
sure.
Second attack, it's a natural 3, and then I don't think a 13 hits you, does it?
No.
Okay, so the one that does, go ahead and take 8 points of slashing damage and 15 points of necrotic damage from the one that does hit you. And then lastly, last but certainly not leastly, you're going to get swung on 3 times, Mannix. It's a natural 1. You had 11 armor class. I'm pretty sure 16 hits you.
It does.
And that is a natural 19, so that'll hit also. So first, Mannix, take 10 points of slashing damage and 7 points of necrotic damage.
How much
then
slashing damage again?
10.
And 7 slashing?
And 7 necrotic.
Or
on the
7
first one.
necrotic, pardon me.
Yeah. And then on the second one, go ahead and take 9 points of slashing damage and 12 points of necrotic damage.
Mm-hmm.
And that is all of their turns, and you have all heard the order from Sordol. At the end of his next turn, that portal is closed. Pohaku, it's your turn.
Okay. Can I just before I take my turn, can I call back to him? You're coming too, right?
That's the plan.
Okay. In that case, I am going to actually how do I want to take this? There's the simple way, and then there's what I feel like he would do.
Wow. You
God
already know the answer,
damn it.
He is going to. Yeah, I think I have the spell slots to make that happen. Yep. Okay. So he's going to cross his fingers. And he is going to move. So 5, 10, 15. Let me know what AOs are happening here.
Okay. Blue is taking an AO on you.
Okay.
16.
Misses.
Okay.
And let's see. I'll
Mark
go
wants to take AOs.
one more to there. Oops. Let's see.
These clocks. Yeah.
Allies can move through me. Okay, so he's gonna go to here. I think he has the movement. Yeah, he's got plenty of movement for that. He is going to go to here. If there's any additional AOs, let me know.
No, that's the only one that took an AO.
Okay. And then he is going to stop there. He is going to hold his action to dash. And he will.
What is the trigger?
The trigger is going to be everybody is through except Siobhan, because I know she can handle herself, but everybody except Siobhan is through. I will dash.
Well, Sordol would be the last one to go through because it closes at his turn. And Siobhan goes like almost after you. It goes you, Garnet, Siobhan.
Okay. In that case, it'll be when everybody but Sordol is through, then I guess.
Okay. So you are there. So you're holding an action to dash. Love it. Garnet, it's your turn.
She's gonna look at Pohaku and just be like, I know what you're doing.
Like I said, there's the easy way and then there's the way that he would do it.
And she's like, I'm only leaving you because I know you're not gonna not come with me. And she'll leave.
Okay. Green's taking an AO.
Oh, she'll bonus action disengage.
Okay, disengage. And that one cannot take an AO on you. Okay. Garnet is out. Siobhan, it's your turn.
Well, I was planning to do the same thing that Pahaku is now doing.
I feel like that was the entire party except Mannix's plan, so...
Bunch of fucking martyrs. That's our new team name.
There you go. That's where my low initiative came in handy.
Oh, I'm sorry. What's the new team name?
Bunch of fucking martyrs.
All right, the BFMs.
Big goddamn heroes.
Literally my job. Oh hell. Let's see. I am. Let's see who all is still okay. I am going to. Can I hold my movement, or is that not a thing? You have to hold an action.
You can hold an action, but you have to say what the trigger is. You'd be like, I'm going to hold my action to dash. I'm like, all right, what's the trigger on that?
Okay, I'm going to hold my action to dash for for everyone else. So everyone who is on So Reba and Mannix get behind me once they get past me.
Okay, so just so I'm clear on this, you are standing right there to, when you dash, risk multiple attacks of opportunity, potentially, to try and get in there.
Too hurt for that. Okay, good point.
Like I'm going to give you complete agency, but the only reason I'm asking these extra questions, when it gets to the end of Sordol's turn and that thing closes, if y'all aren't through it, you may have to create a secondary character until we can get back to your character with where this is going.
Yeah. I'm just well, I mean, if I dash, I'm gonna get out. I get opportunity attacks from the. If I run now, I get opportunity attacks from these two guys anyway.
You can disengage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Use your action, disengage, and run. Yeah.
Yep.
Disengage in action, and it prevents opportunity attacks most of the time.
Yep. Because everyone can do it. It's just rogues can do it as a bonus action.
Okay. Really mad about this. And I am going. I'm gonna disengage and run to the portal and say I can't remember what the code names are, so I'm just gonna say in Reba's head, so help me if you aren't right fucking behind me, and go through the portal.
Yes, ma'am.
Reba, and sorry, Garnet and Siobhan are out. Brings it to your turn, Reba.
Fantastic. Sordol is still invisible, yes?
No, he became visible once the portal opened.
All right, I figured. Okay, cool. I'm gonna get 2 opportunity attacks by going to the portal, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am. So bonus action, gonna do that lovely little spiritual weapon-y thingy-mabob.
Cool.
Again.
Make an attack roll.
As always.
Yeah, you
Another dirty 20 to hit.
All right, that'll hit. Give me damage.
Only 7.
Very nice. Yes, Reba could disengage, but I think I get what she's going for here. I think she's deliberately drawing some AOs because she's a half-orc.
I got some hit points to spare, and they can't. Yeah, it would be very impressive if they brought me down with my relentless endurance. So
I love what you're doing here. I love what you're doing here, Reba. All right, so you're gonna.
Before I bounce, there's one more thing I'm doing.
Yeah.
Which is I'm gonna cast my 1 4th level spell slot.
Yes.
To give Sordol Death Ward.
Fuck yes, I love it. What does your Death Ward look like?
Oh no, I had not thought of that. My Death Ward looks like the absolute opposite of everything Reba has shown you so far. So far, all of Reba's spells have been some formation of like headstones and grave dirt and ghostly just sucking the saturation out of life. Or, with one exception, a big old dog paw. This is the most vibrant, oversaturated, frankly annoying aura that Sordol has just gained, and he's gone in a blink from invisible to a fucking scene girl with just this highlighter, like, rays coming out of him, showing that, like, in Mario Kart when you get the star?
Yep.
Like, I think that music's playing in the background, too. That's what Sordol has now.
Bjorn, don't do that. We do not have the rights.
I wouldn't dare. I'm making opportunity attacks on Reba, though.
I appreciate you saying it, Jordan, because I was going to do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nope, we do not have the rights.
Dirty 20 to hit, Reba.
Oh, yeah.
So first, I need you to take...
Nope. Melodically
First,
distinct.
You take 14 points of slashing damage.
Sure.
And 8 points of necrotic damage.
Fine.
Second one is a natural 19 to hit. So that's like a 25, I think. So that is going to be another 10 points of slashing damage and 12 points of necrotic damage on these two AOs.
Fantastic. Relentless endurance.
So, Reba, you knowing your half-orc fortitude, you go and you know you're a sizable person and you just leave your back open to these two shots and boom, you feel the first one, it hurts, and the second one hits and you feel yourself falling, and you just drop into a shoulder roll and then just dive through.
You are the one thing that you have wrong is that it don't hurt as much as it feels fucking good.
Always does when you're a half-orc.
Damn right.
Alrighty. So hang on real quick. I need to put a clock on that one. And I need to put a clock on that one, as everybody but the main one has used their AO. I'll move Reba. Reba is out. Mannix, you are up. Kira, you're on deck.
Mm-hmm.
So when you say that these three have used their attack of opportunity,
They cannot opportunity attack you when you run by. The only one that can is this red guy right here.
okay. Can Mannix see this square from here?
Yes, I would say absolutely.
All right. You don't have to worry about any of that because we're going to bonus action Misty Step.
Love it.
Yes.
Love
and
it.
then shoomp. He just looks at the three that he can see and cheerio, lads.
And since Reba is far away right now, I'm going to remove her spiritual weapon from the board. As Mannix does that, as a legendary action, Kira, I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Okay. Let's see. That is not good, because that was a 5. But I'm gonna use my use one of my abilities to spend a wizardry point. Oh wait, no, that doesn't work for saving throws. Never mind.
I give you my inspiration.
Oh, I was gonna use my own.
Oh, you've got your own.
Yeah.
Inspiration.
Because that's a 3 otherwise.
Yeah. And I only allow 1 inspiration per saving throw.
And that is a 16.
Not high enough.
Well,
As these shadowy tendrils reach up and wrap around Kira, your movement's now 0.
Wait, was that was a spell?
No. That was a just effect that this individual has from their training. This is census training. This is a mage cage.
Yep.
And you are held in it. Sordol would know what this is.
Yep. But
it's your turn, but your movement's 0. You can't move. What are you doing for your turn?
my question would be, although it is not a spell, could I try to use my action to cast a spell magic on it?
You could.
All right. I will have to spend the rest of my wizardry points so bonus action, spend the rest of my wizardry points to regain that spell slot, and then cast Dispel Magic.
Counterspell.
That's mean.
Counterspell.
You can't see the one that's counterspelling it, Bahaku.
Red?
Blue.
Already
He's
used his reaction.
Oh, you're right. So red will use it. So roll for counterspell, because
Okay, I'm
That's
casting it at
going
4th
to be-
level because that's the only one I have left.
it's cast at 5th level.
Okay. So what am I rolling?
Just roll a d20 and add your spellcasting modifier.
You're rolling well.
I'm
That's
sorry,
what you're rolling.
add your intelligence mod.
You're
So
rolling
d20
fucking well.
plus intelligence.
Oh, well, my intelligence mod isn't great, but it's a natural 19, so that's a 21.
It succeeds. So the counterspell
thank
comes
God.
out, and as the counterspell hits a counterspell, oh goodness, I need you to roll percentile dice
Shit.
on me. As
Oh, fuck.
This
Hold
hits
on.
wild magic.
Well, if I do that, I just use my reaction, which I need to use to get
Oh,
my
yeah.
dash in.
So
Fuck.
yeah, you wouldn't be able to use your counterspell. 'Cause you've already declared what your reaction's going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're stuck there, I'm not just going to let that happen. I counterspell.
One more person has a turn, and that's Sordol.
Yep.
And
And
I would say that you already declared what your reaction's going to be.
Held action or reaction?
Yes.
Yeah, use your
You
reaction.
use your
for it.
reaction to make the activation.
Yeah.
Well, he's not gonna use his reaction anyway because it was specifically if Sordol. Oh well, we'll see. We'll see. Sorry, go ahead.
I have an idea of what Sordol will do.
Me too, and I don't like it.
I mean, if you really want to use your counterspell for that, you can.
I hate it because I don't know what is going to happen to Pohaku, but he is absolutely not letting that happen. So yeah, he casts Counterspell, and I am just going to have to cross my fingers because I don't have my reaction to dash anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I Counterspelled it. It's absolutely what he would have done.
Okay. So that takes your
So that takes my bonus action and my action.
and your action. You can try and move away.
Yep, so bonus action and action to get that spell back and then dispel that. And I will just, you should not be attacking ordinary people that never attacked you. And then as I'm running past, I'm gonna just say to Sordol, shove him.
I'm using my AO on you.
Okay.
Wait, who's got an AO left?
Red still.
Oh, never mind. He
No,
wouldn't. He
because
used
counterspell.
No,
That would-
he
that
used it for
that-
Counterspell.
I would
Yeah.
take it.
Yep.
Okay. So,
But yeah, as I'm saying, I'm just yelling to Sordol, shove him.
okay, you are able to go and run out. At the end of your turn, Red is going to use a legendary action and is going to try and put a mage cage on Sordal.
No. Why? Why are you evil?
Strength saving throw. I'm gonna put this picture in chat.
I hate when you do this. Because
Yeah.
it could
No,
be
it's
real
fine, 'cause-
good or real bad.
It's because Sordal got a nat 20. That's why. That's why.
It's either a 20 or a 1 every time he does
20!
this.
It's 20. I'm manifesting. Let me manifest.
Sorry, it's just taking so. Thank you so much for your patience, Casey. We're almost to the end of this session.
I mean, I'm on the edge of my fucking seat here. It's worth it. But Sordal better be okay.
Yeah.
No! Fuck you!
Sordal looks to you, Pohaku, and just says, "Protect them." And he is going to use his action to do a telekinetic shove to throw you 5 feet into the teleportation circle.
I hate you.
And as you throw it, circle closes behind you. What awaits Sordal being unknown.
Yep.
All of you are pulled through this portal, and that last bump was Reba's spiritual weapon because there were only 6 to you, but I was looking at the music one, so I made 7 sounds. So why not? You all land, and looking about, you see it close, and it quickly dawns on all of you that Sordal did not make it through. And you, Pohaku, instantly recognize where you are.
No.
You know the continent well enough to know that you've traveled quite a distance. And there is one place where there is a station anywhere in the Whispering Wood. As here you are in the Verdant Sanctuary. From the building you stand, you can see a lonely train platform in the distance. But here you are, halfway across the continent. And Kira,
Mm-hmm.
you feel in the inside, like in breast pocket, a letter. Pulling it out. It's from Sordal. It says, "I'm sorry I didn't tell you this sooner. I should have sent you a message the second I knew." And it clicks with you that as you ran past him, you felt his hand brush you.
Mm-hmm.
"You will find the truth of Tyree within the Whispering Wood if you can find Vovrus. But if my suspicions are correct, I don't know if you want to know. Stay safe. I love you. And that's where we'll end.
He's got Death Ward. It's going to be okay. I don't have to be there for Death Ward. It lasts for the next 8 hours. He's fine. He's fine.
Fucking
He's fine.
founders! God!
Folks at home, just know that Bjorn is sleeping on the couch tonight.
So we will see what happens to you guys in the Whispering Wood. I know this
I
was a
don't
little longer
care about Sordol right now.
than we expected. We'll find out what happens with Sordol. You guys have ways of communicating people magically, but that's for then. For everybody who watched this, thank you. This was emotional for me as well. This is your first time really dealing with mage hunters and what they can do.
Mhm.
We'll find out what the Whispering Wood has in store. We'll find out what there is with the census and the upright, and y'all will see what chaos awaits.